How do you account for every dollar that comes into your business? This is a big question we will be addressing today. So, our topic for this lesson is how to record daily sales properly. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to clearly differentiate between the types of sales transactions that you will encounter in your business. You will be able to set up a simple daily sales record, as well as you will learn how to correctly record your sales as they happen throughout the day. Now, at the end of the day, you will learn how to tally your sales and to account for the different monies that came in by the different payment forms. So, why is this lesson really important? As a business owner, if you don't know your sales, you don't know your business. In order for you to grow, in order for you to expand your business, in order for you to effectively assess your business, you need to know your sales figure. Now, these figures are not figures that you should be guessing. Neither can you rely on your memory to recall all the sales that happen throughout the day or throughout the week. You must create control in your business. And the only way to create control is to consistently record your business activities. If I should ask you, how much did you sell yesterday? How confident would you be in giving me that sales total? Now, if you cannot answer me confidently, then this lesson is definitely for you. So let's dive right into the lesson. What is sales? Sales is the income generated from your primary business activities. Simply put, money received in exchange for your products or services. At this point, I want to implore you to have a notebook that you are really taking notes, because, of course, APS School of Business wants you to excel. And in order for you to excel, you have to learn effectively. So get your pens, get your notebook, take notes. This is the reason why we use a PowerPoint presentation. So you are able to look at your screen, you're able to pause, and you're able to take notes. So, what are some types of sales transactions that you will encounter in your business? You will either have cash sales or you will have credit sales. Now, cash sales are sales where the customer pays you immediately at the time of the sale. On the other hand, your credit sales are those sales where you provide the product or the service and then the customer pays you at a later date. Now, your customer can pay you within 7 days, within 14 days, within 30 days. This depends on the contract that you have between you and your customer. When it comes to recording your daily sales, you must ensure that every transaction is recorded. And we are going to be looking at some of the form of payment that your customers can pay you by. Your customer can pay you with cash. They can pay you by debit or credit card. They may use bank transfers, or you might know it as wire transfers. If you have mobile apps that you set up within your business to collect, customers may opt to pay you by that form. Also, you can extend credit to your customers. When we speak of digital sales, we are speaking of those sales such as debit card, credit cards, the bank transfers, the money apps payment. These are digital sales because you do not collect the actual cash in hand from your customers. When recording your sales, you need to ensure that all your sales are recorded in one place. You can either use a notebook. If you are more advanced with technology, you can use a Excel sheet. You can use your phone, if your business have a POS system in place or accounting software, that is good. However, we do not want to see situations where the records are scattered all over the place. Do not record some on your phone, some in a notebook, some in your POS system. No. Use one record for consistency within your business. At the end of the day or at the end of the week, you should go to one place in order to find that total of how many sales you made. This is a simple sales record that you can use within your business. Nothing complicated. What we seek to ensure is that all the relevant details are captured. So, very simple. You have your date, you have your details column, cash sales column, digital sales column, credit sales column, and your total sales. We will be looking at a example further within the lesson to bring more clarity. Now, I want you to ensure that you record your sales as they happen, not at the end of the week, not recalling it from memory after some time has lapsed, not when you get the time, but I want you to create a habit where as the sale occur, you record. If it's not written, it did not happen. Keeping daily records is one of the habits that save businesses thousands of dollars. Why? Because problem shows up daily, not monthly. Now, if there is theft occurring within your business, it happens on a daily basis. And if you have your records intact, you are able to see exactly where those leakages are. So ensure that as a business owner, as a entrepreneur, you are keeping daily records of the money that comes into your business. So let us look at this simple example. End of day sales check. And this example will be based on a school. These are some of the transactions that this schoolmaster may encounter during a particular day. The 18th of June, student Amanda Brown pays her school fee for $10,000. This $10,000 was paid by debit card. Hence, the sales is recorded under digital sales. On the same day, 18th of June, Melissa Johnson paid for graduation package. Now, the total for this package is $15,000. However, the parent has $7,000 in cash and they want to pay $8,000 by credit card. So there are two columns that will be utilized, your cash sales and your digital sales. And your total will be in the total sales column. Same day, 18th of June, Dawn Facey is paying for a week's lunch and it's $2,000 cash. They pay by cash. The 18th of June, Adrian Foster wants to purchase a PE jersey gear. However, the parent does not have the money to pay upfront for this PE gear. Now, the school up to credit this to the parent, and therefore it would go in the credit sales column. Now, at the end of the day, you will tally all the columns accordingly. Cash sales, $9,000. Digital sales, $18,000. Your credit sales, $2,500. And the total sales for June 18 is $29,500. It does not really take you more than 5 minutes to total all your transaction depending on the amount of transactions that you have. Now, if you only encounter cash sales in your business, Then you can omit the columns for digital sales and credit sales. If you do cash sales and you offer credit to your customers, remove digital sales. I don't want it to be a case where you complicate the process. I want it to be as simply as possible. And where you can make adjustments to fit your business, you are free to make those adjustments. At the end of the day, we want to know that we capture all the money that comes in. Why do we separate the sales? Because at the end of the day, you need to count your cash to see if it balances back with your record. Also, you need to check your bank statement to ensure that these monies came into your account. And for your credit sales, you need to have a record so you can remember who are those customers that you need to collect from. So your daily sales is very, very important in your business. If you want to build a solid business, if you want to expand, if you want to grow, these are the things that you must implement in your business. As upcoming entrepreneurs who are seeking to build large businesses, you must ensure that there is consistency in your business. You must ensure that you are recording immediately as against to recording later. You must ensure that your personal money is kept separate from your business money. And we will be doing a lesson on this as well. Do not guess your sales total. Remember, your sales should reflect exactly what your business is saying. If you do not have any daily checks, then you cannot assess your business. We are in business to make a profit. We are in business to grow. And in order for us to grow, we must keep our records intact. So, of course, APS School of Business gives assignments. So, for your assignment, I want you to decide on your method of recording. Which record will you be keeping? Will you be recording your sales in a notebook? Will you be using your phone? Will you be using your Excel sheet? Or do you have a POS system in place? I want you to create your sales sheet today. I want you to start taking action today and use this record continuously within your business. If this lesson was helpful to you, I want you to like this video. I want you to share with your fellow entrepreneurs, with your fellow business partners, with your fellow church sisters, church brother. Let us gather here and let us build profitable businesses. In our next lesson, we seek to track our daily expenses that occur within our business. Until then, God bless you.